Okay, for number two, calculate the arc length, and it's from 1 to 3 of that particular function. Certainly just thinking about, you don't have to get an accurate graph over here. Let me just go backwards, get my pen out. Certainly you're going from 1 to 3, and certainly, at 1 it's going to be 1, 1. That's pretty simple. And at 3 it's a little more complicated to do, but I hope you realize that if I go over to 3 and I plug that in, it's 3 to the 3 halves, which is 3 root 3. So, it's up here somewhere, and there's a connection between the two. Regardless of what the connection is, there's a connection between the two, all right? So what I want to discuss is that although having an image might be nice, it's not going to lead to the question over here. That's a 3, by the way. So what I want to do is I want to erase this business over here, and I want to start talking about setting up the integral. And it does say calculate it, which we have to calculate. So first thing I do is, I'm going to go along the axis. So I'm going to say from 1 to 3, and it's going to be dx. And we've done, a few of these problems already, so it might be a little bit easier to do now. 1 plus, well, I got to do the dy, dx. And what's that going to give me? That gives me 3 halves. And then you get x. I reduce it by 1, so it's 1 half. And I have to square that, right? And squaring it's not that bad. You're going to get 4, right? And squaring to 3, you get a 9. And squaring x to 1 half, you just get an x. So I get something that looks pretty simple to do, and I want to use a u substitution to do it. So I'm going to let u equal 1 plus 9x over 4 du would equal 9/4 of a dx. I think I'm ready to set this up now. And so what do you get? And we're doing the limits of integration now. And at 1, what's u going to be equal to? It's 1 plus 9/4, which is 13/4. Again, you might see it as a nasty number, but it's still a number. And I go to 3, what do you get? You get 27/4 plus 4/4 is 31/4. And then you get u to the 1/2 power. And what's dx going to be equal to? It's actually 4/9 of a du. So put the 4/9 on the outside and a du here. All right, I got to do the antiderivative now. And let's be careful about this. This is 4/9 u. I have to increase it by 1, so 3 halves. Divide by 3 halves or multiply by 2/3. And this is going to be from 13/4 up to 31/4. I'm going to simplify a tiny little bit. And, 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 9 is 27. And let's take a look at this. It's going to be 3 halves is 1 and 1/2, which means I have 31/4 times the square root of 31/4, which is simply just 31, root 31 over 2, minus 31/4. I'm not 31/4, 13/4. Look at the key later, by the way. Let's see, the root of 13/4 is root 13 over 2. All right, let's keep going. And let's take a look at this. And I notice something remarkable over here. 4 times 2, 4 times 2. It divides into 8. What am I left off with? A 27 on the bottom. 31, root 31, minus 13, root 13. Not much I can do about that. I'll put a box in that. And I would recommend you look at the K to make sure you're matching what we say we should be matching, which is 13, root 31, minus 13, root 13 over 27. It's working as advertised. Thank you.